Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is the join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate that. Well, as you may already be aware, the former head of state, Edgar Chagwa is currently out of the country on his medical review. So a conversation now has been dropped with regard to the state of the former head of state and how things are playing out as he gets his medical review. So it was posted earlier on. This is what was posted by the Patriotic Front and on their platforms, saying, I am meeting my own expenses, Edgar Chagwa, meaning he's paying for his own bills. What is the UPND government plans to arrest Socialist Party President Dr. Fred Membe for exposing their injustice against Edgar Chagwa and other opposition leaders, Dr. Cosmas Musheke, Musumali. So that's an allegation coming from the Socialist Party there. But this is what Edgar Lungu had to say according to the Patriotic Front. So government failed to meet the financial and technical or logistical obligation and support to the office of the 60th president stipulated by the Constitution and the former president's benefits in Act of 1993. Governments claim the benefits have been withheld because Edgar Chagwa has joined active politics. Since President Lungu has been, since then, President Lungu has been meeting his own costs for security, food, accommodation, and medical expenses abroad. So, according to the Patriotic Front, Edgar Chagwa is meeting his own bills. That particular medical trip that he's taken is not being covered by government. So his security and everyone on his wage, that's coming from his personal pocket. Then if you remember, there was also a conversation that came up and said dominating right after the Constitutional Court ruling that was put to say Edgar Chagwa was not eligible to contest the 2026 elections. It should be either the same guy that put up that particular court case or someone else. Took the 2016 elections back to the Constitutional Court for review. So that has been going, it was either to nullify those or not. And then President-elect not required to hand over power. So Chifetayari argues to say, okay, UPND is playing advanced politics. When they were in opposition, they were arguing that Edgar Chagwa needed to hand over power to the speaker, blah, blah, blah. Now that they are in power and the elections are around the corner, they start putting up an argument to say they don't have to hand over power. They have to simply a proactive move to make sure they do not suffer the same argument. So saying the UPND is just playing politics here as they build up to the 2026 elections, according to Chifetayari there. But this is what came out of that particular course, as reported by Kalemba. Edgar Chagwa was legally sworn in 2016, says Attorney General. So this is what Attorney General Murira Kabesha has submitted to the Constitutional Court that the former President Edgar Chagwa and his Vice President Inonge Winner were properly sworn into office in 2016. So that particular argument, so simply stating Edgar Lungu was legally sworn in and then pretty much throwing out that court case as things stand. So then in his final thing, on this premise, I verify believe that the matter herein ought to be dismissed. So that particular court case has been thrown out on the fact that the Attorney General has certified to say The 2016 elections were legally done, and the swearing-in process was well done. And in other news, that as you may be aware, President Hakainde Hichilema is in Tanzania. He met the Malawian counterpart. So these particular images were trending over the embrace Achimwene. You can see that's the president of Malawi and the president of Zambia as they embrace as brothers. Good neighborliness there. Then Hakainde Hichilema heads to Japan for a 5-day state visit on Monday. So it's Japanese embassy. So the president will be leaving the country once he returns, obviously, from Tanzania. That's if he hasn't returned yet. And then on Monday, he leaves for Japan, according to the Japanese embassy. And then drunken mom sleeps on baby, kills her. As father made his discovery as he was moving items from his shop into the house. So that's in the real times. What else is in the news? Zambia on course to resolving load shedding. That's in the Daily Mail. So that's a statement that the president put up as he was heading to Tanzania earlier on, where he's talking about load shedding. And defend yourselves if attacked by the UPND, Nakachinda orders Tonse. So there's this. This is coming from mostly the Petauke by-elections. As you may be aware, there are 2 by-elections that are pending. They are likely to take place in a few days now, on the 6th of February, actually, 2025. That's in Petauke and should be in Pembeshe. But the one in Petauke where J.J. Banda was independent member of parliament, those are the ones that seem to be heated. Any reports of violence are coming from that particular one. So that's where Nakachinda was ordering people from the Tonse Alliance and the Patriotic Front to say, simply defend yourselves. If you're attacked, don't wait because the police allegedly will not come to your defense. And then also referring to ECZ engages parties in Petauke on violence, as you can see at the bottom there. You know, the Petauke by-elections are very heated. It's not even a joke there. It's wild. So that's in the mass newspaper. And then I am here. I'm not a ghost. Hakainde Hichilema. So that's another statement that came from the head of state as he left the country for Tanzania, simply saying, I'm very much around. And all allegations of him being sick are unfounded. And obviously, they left the public conversation now. It's moved on to something else. Anyway, that's the news. This was in the news diggers, ladies and gentlemen. So as things stand, the elections in 2016 are legally done, and Edgar Lungu was legally sworn in, just like Inonge Winner. That particular court case has been thrown out. While Chifetayari puts up an argument to say the UPND is simply building up for the 2026 election, to say the same format that Edgar Lungu had done in terms of handing over power was legally done. There was no need for instruments of power to be handed over to Speaker of the National Assembly. Anyway, that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. It's a rainy day in Lusaka this morning. Have a beautiful day wherever you are.